Tony D and Little Joan and Guest Dog somewhere in the house, and this is a screenwriter's rant on 3 horror movie trailers that I don't think are very effective. First up, A Creature Was Stirring, then Angel Baby, and then Cannibal Tick. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Okay, so first up, A Creature Was Stirring. The problem with this trailer, in my view, is it doesn't really totally explain what the heck's going on. It kind of, some of it seems to be that there's a heavyset woman who has a daughter, and she has multiple problems, and she has to be at night put in a helmet and locked in a room because she just constantly spasms. But there's maybe more to it, and that actually she transforms into a monster. And that's about all I know. Doesn't really explain who any of the other characters are. Maybe they're tenants staying there in a B&B. Maybe they're extra assistants she hired. I think the daughter transforms and kills people, but I'm not sure. The tagline is "There's a monster in us all." So maybe it's the mom who's the monster? I don't know. At some point, she tries to seduce a dude. And then there's one of the girls is very religious. A Creature is Stirring. It's sort of a Christmassy thing. And then there's this shot from inside some kind of mall. And it opens up and you see the mom. I have no idea what's going on. Written by Shannon Wells, directed by Damien Levick. It's really about all the information that'll help me here. I don't recognize any of the actors. I guess it's a monster movie. I guess the daughter's the monster, although it could be the mom. I guess it's the daughter, though. And because it's at Christmas, they called it A Creature is Stirring, and she's a creature. So first act, the mother is, I think she's given her drugs to keep her sedated enough that she doesn't run amok and kill everybody. And then over the years, the drugs, I'm not sure what the heck this is. The drugs have become less and less effective. She's increased the dose, but her daughter's growing up, and soon she won't be able to control her. Maybe she's luring this woman in to be her latest victim. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to keep her in check for Christmas. But she transforms and I guess gets away and murders people during the second act. And then at some point, I don't know, she calms back down again and the fat lady seduces the dude. Or tries to. The religious woman seems to survive, though, throughout the movie. So I don't really know. At the end, I don't know. Can't really tell you. That's the problem with the trailer. Now, I don't want the whole movie to be given away. Don't give away the story. But tell me what the heck's going on. Is it a monster? Is it a monster in her mind? When you do the tagline, there's a monster in us all, or a creature in us all, or whatever it said. What does that mean? A Creature Was Stirring. That's a Christmas reference. That's the night before Christmas. That's a line from that. What does this just take place at Christmas, or does this have something to do with Santa? Like, give us a line here, like, more than this. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I think it's a monster movie. All right, second up, Angel Baby. It's about a couple, and they buy this house, a log cabin in the woods, and they seem very happy. But of course, no one is really happy about them buying. Oh God, who is this actor? I know him. No one's really happy about them buying the cabin because apparently horrible murders happened there, and the real estate agent lied to them, I guess, and they bought the house anyway. See, the gruesome deaths shocks community. Shocking. Then there's a woman who's their friend, and I think there's some sort of ghost in the house that's possessing her. They also find a book called Angel Baby, which I guess was written about the murders. I don't know. The ghost seems to call someone angel baby. I think it refers to his daughter, and I think he forced her to be a cannibal, maybe? I don't know. But slowly but surely, she either goes mad or is possessed, and horrible murders happen. I don't know. It's not very clear. So, first act, they move into the house. It seems fine. Seems like too good to be true. But during the second act, slowly but surely, the woman in the couple sees terrible things, glimpses of people and things that are horrible. She does some research, finds out about the gruesome murders. But it's too late, and now she has to battle the ghost, I guess, or she becomes possessed by them, or is it the kind of thing we're trying to decide whether or not she's crazy? I don't know, because they had a line, some people just lose it, you know? Something like that. Again, you know, if you're going to play that game, you really need to give the audience something else. You need a red herring that you can put in the trailer. So, you got to give us something. So, there's only one or two things that this could be. Either she's insane, goes insane in a cabin, kills people. So, everything she sees is false. That's kind of a movie that you feel like you wasted your time at the end, because you're really just seeing the ravings of a mad woman. So that's kind of not the way to go. The other way to go is, you know, she's actually possessed by a demon or a ghost or whatever, and then she has to fight it at the end. That's the ending people want to see in a horror movie, which means trying to do both and tempt the audience with this idea, well, maybe she's just crazy. That's not going to work, because really deep down we know she's not crazy, because you're not going to make that movie. Very few people make that movie. It's really hard to do and pull off well enough that you don't feel like you got completely ripped off at the end. It's just the bottom line. And some people, I would say, when they make that kind of movie, they just don't know what line to draw in terms of things you can show and can't show. So, for instance, if you're going to do a movie in which someone's crazy and they think a ghost is possessing them and making them commit awful murders, you can't have someone who's not crazy see the ghost. That wouldn't make any sense, right? Only the crazy person would see the ghost. The normal people would never see the ghost. They're normal. So, I don't know if this movie works. I'm not even really sure that's what it's about. Let's see. No transcript. In the end, I don't know. She dies? I'm guessing. Was there a write-up here? No, not really. Oh, no. It just said, for a creature was stirring, a nurse taking care of her daughter's mysterious affliction struggles to hide secrets when uninvited strangers take shelters in her house during a lethal blizzard. All right, that makes a little more sense for that one. But this one, I don't know. It's just a little too vague for me. And finally, Cannibal Tick. You would think a movie about a cannibal tick would be a movie about a tick that eats other ticks. No. I think it's about ticks that drive people insane and turn them into zombies. However, we don't really get that from the trailer. It just rushes to a musical montage of heavy metal music and people fighting zombies in very low light. Now, I get it. You have to do the low light to make the zombies work a little better. Here's a guy fist fighting the zombies. I don't know. It's a little too dark. I think we needed slightly better makeup. Like this makeup, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing the edge of the makeup here on his neck. But maybe not. I don't know. If you're going to do the makeup, you're going to have to do at least one money shot. Like, in other words, one of the actors is going to have to go through hours of makeup just so you can have one scene of a really crazy looking zombie, a really like rotting corpse with his guts hanging out and his face falling off. Like, invest the money in at least that one scene. Here's a guy holding up a hand. Well, I think he bit off her hand. I don't know. She's holding her wrist. I don't know. This is very low budget. This is from the Kings of Horror. I mean, I kind of like the name, except it doesn't make any sense. Cannibal tick would mean a tick that ate other ticks. I'm not sure how you can. I mean, I get the cadence is good, but it doesn't really make any sense. So I guess it's a zombie movie. So first act, it's a couple driving. They're hungry. They want to get to where they're going, and they get there, and I don't know. By the time they get there, I think people are already dead. I think the cannibal ticks are introduced in the food because they're talking way too much about the food, and for some reason they're still wearing masks. Does this take place during the pandemic? Because the other people aren't wearing masks. I'm not sure what's going on in this movie. I'm really confused. So 3, let's see, is there right up? Oh, okay, this might clear it up. A retired vampire hunter. What? What? That wasn't in the trailer. A retired vampire hunter comes to the States to visit his twin brother. That is not in this trailer that I saw. Unbeknownst to him, the small backwoods town where his brother lives and the people in it are being overrun with ticks that have been injected with a toxic chemical compound. The bites from these ticks have the unfortunate side effect they turn people into bloodthirsty zombies. I guess. I mean, okay. I admire the ambition. The ambition of that is very high. So how to rank these movies? All right, so A Creature Was Stirring, Angel Baby, and Cannibal Tick. Well, I have to put Angel Baby at the bottom because that, to me, had the least amount of energy. And I care the least about it. It just didn't really draw me in. Number 2, I guess they're about the same. I mean, A Creature Was Stirring, to me, certainly had a higher budget, but it doesn't seem to make a difference. The story doesn't seem all that appealing or interesting. It seems like there are a few twists and turns, but you didn't really tell me enough. So I would put that at number 2, and I would have to put number 1, Cannibal Tick, just because it's so low budget and it's so crazy. It might be fun to watch as a bad movie, right? I mean, a vampire hunter with a twin brother. That sounds like they're using the same actor twice. It sounds like the first actor's going to show up, and then the second actor is either going to die or is already dead. I don't know. All 3 trailers, I think, are fails. They don't draw me in enough to want to know more about the movie. They're just kind of there. They needed like more polish. They needed that. You need like the basic what the movie is, right? So for Cannibal Tick, you needed a line like, these ticks are turning people into cannibals or something. These ticks, I'm being transformed. Something like that to just, Angel Baby needs a lot. It just seems very obtuse to me. Yeah, don't go with the is she crazy, is she not formula. I think it doesn't work. And A Creature Was Stirring, kind of the same deal. It needs, although it had more energy, there's definitely more going on here. It just didn't tell you enough. Again, she could be the monster. Her daughter could be the monster. Could be another monster. There's not a lot in the trailer. There seems to be a lot in the movie. Some of that needed to be in the trailer, or more of it, I would say. Anyhow, that's those 3 movies. So if you're a horror buff and you got nothing to do tomorrow, there you go. I would assume most of these were all on streaming. All right, that's it for me, Tony D and the dogs. I'm going to get ready for my holiday tomorrow. Hope you got a place to go. If not, well, have a happy Thanksgiving. Anyway, treat yourself. There are plenty of local restaurants that do a nice Thanksgiving dinner. I would recommend that. Get yourself a nice full tum, and we'll see you tomorrow.